So very good afternoon, dear students. So today is our fourth class on network analysis and synthesis. In the last class, we had started with our discussion on mesh analysis. Okay, and what we had discussed in the mesh analysis, this is what we had discussed in the mesh analysis technique. I had told you that mesh analysis is dependent on your independent KVL equations. So it is nothing but a technique which utilizes KVL for easy solving of your circuit parameters. So here we had discussed yesterday that we identify the meshes present in the circuit. We indicate the mesh currents in the clockwise direction in every mesh, and then we write the KVL equation for each mesh. So all of you have studied this thing in the previous class also, but for the sake of your revision and reinforcing of the concept, I have taken it up here. So then this example we had seen yesterday. So here we had developed mesh analysis KVL equation. So you can see here in this circuit we had two mesh, and these two meshes were represented by two mesh currents, that is I1 and I2. And we had developed KVL equations for each of these meshes. And I told you that we have to be very particular about the plus and minus sign while writing your mesh equations, and this was clear to every student also. Then another thing that I had told you, the mesh that you consider, that mesh uh, current must be given preference over other mesh current. So you can see in this first equation, around your 2 ohm resistance we had written I1 minus I2, because I1 was the considered mesh and I2 was the second mesh. So that's why we had written I1 minus I2. In the mesh number 2, again 2 ohm resistance was encountered. There the current was taken as I2 minus I1, and that is not just a you know assumption, it is actually the case also. Like if you assume I1 as mesh current in mesh 1, then you are taking I1 as positive, and I2 being in opposite direction, you are taking as I1 minus I2. And when you are in mesh I2, then for that mesh I2 is positive and I1 is negative with respect to that. So in today's class, we will continue with this our mesh thing. And this is again I'm represent showing you the books that we are referring to right now. We are referring to William Haight book. It's 8th edition, as we talked about. So presently we will be covering things through William Haight, and then later on we will refer to your Van Valkenburg and your Chakravarti also. Fine. So though this A. Chakravarti is an Indian author book, but there are many or lots of examples in this book. So that's why it gives us a good practice in that sense. So we will not, believe much on the content, but in terms of examples and for practice, we will go for this Chakravarti book. Fine. So, so now we continue our today's class. So in yesterday's example, we had two meshes in that circuit. So today we have one more example where there are three mesh. Okay. So you can see here that this is mesh number 1, which is represented by mesh current I1. We have mesh number 2, which is represented by mesh current I2. Then we have mesh number 3, which is represented by mesh current I3. So here we again write equation for mesh current 1, KVL equation. So you can see here, I'll use pen for your reference. Like we start from this point, we have minus 7 volt. Then when we go across 1 ohm resistance, we have I1 in the present mesh and I2 in the adjacent mesh. So we have I1 minus I2. And then if we move forward, since we are entering into positive side of the 6 volt, so we have represented plus 6. And if we move forward from here, then we come across 2 ohm resistance. So in 2 ohm we have I1, that is the present mesh, and the associated mesh with 2 ohm is uh, associated mesh current, in fact, that is I3. So we have taken I1 minus I3. And as we complete one, you can say, loop across this mesh, so we have come across all the elements and we are able to develop your equation number 1. Then let us move to mesh 2. So in mesh 2, if we start traversing from 1 ohm resistance, so you can say here that across 1 ohm, the first current that is there is I2 and the adjacent current is I1. So we have taken 1 into I2 minus I1. Then as we move forward, we come across 2 ohm resistance. So there is no other current associated with this. So we have 2I2. And then as we move forward, we come across 3 ohm resistance. So 3 ohm resistance has 2 mesh currents. One is I2 and another is I3. So we have I2 minus I3. So with this, we develop your second mesh equation. Now let us move to third mesh. So in third mesh, we start with 2 ohm resistance. So in 2 ohm resistance, the currents are I3 and I1. So we write I3 minus I1. Now as we move forward towards 6 volt voltage source, we are entering through negative sign. That's why we are taking it as minus 6. And then as we move forward, we come across 3 ohm resistance. There are 2 mesh currents associated with it. One is I3 and another is I2. We have taken it as I3 minus I2. Okay. And then as we move forward, we have 1 ohm resistance. So this 1 ohm resistance has only I3 associated. That's why we write it as I3. And we have no other element to take and our loop is complete. That's why your third mesh equation is completed. So we have 3 variables, that is I1, I2 and I3, and we have 3 equations. So you can easily solve these equations by using your mathematics techniques. See, we are
Hello.
not, yeah, yes, is there any doubt? Dear students, if there is any doubt, you can ask. Anybody?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
सर one question सर.
yeah, बोलो विजित.
सर सर जब हम मैश एनालिसिस रूल का यूज करते हैं सर,
हम्म
तब इसमें सर हम कुछ मतलब रूल्स का यूज करते हैं, जैसे कि सर कॉमन ब्रांच होता है जो,
हम्म.
सिर्फ उसमें ही हम जो नेट करंट को कंसीडर करते हैं सर,
यस
और वो डिपेंडेंट होता है सर दूसरे लूप्स पे,
यस.
और बल्कि जो मतलब कॉमन ब्रांच नहीं है
हम्म.
उसमें हम दूसरे ब्रांच का इफेक्ट कंसीडर नहीं करते सर, ऐसा क्यों?
देखो बेटा, ऐसा है, ऐसा नहीं हम कहेंगे कि फॉर एग्जाम्पल दिस 2 ohm resistance is there. Okay,
यस.
दिस 2 ohm resistance is a part of mesh 2. ठीक है ना, लेकिन ये दूसरे mesh का पार्ट नहीं आ रहा है. ओके, सो ये जो 2 ohm का रेजिस्टेंस है, इसमें हम ऐसा नहीं कहेंगे कि इसमें बाकी ब्रांचेस का कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा. ओके, बेसिकली हम यहाँ पे क्या कर रहे हैं, ओवरऑल दिस इज अ टेक्निक टू फाइंड आउट द करंट. ओके, तो जो नेट करंट 2 ओम के थ्रू है, उसके अंदर अगर आप ओवरऑल देखेंगे तो ओवरऑल I1, I2, I3, या मैं कहना चाहूं कि इट हैज द इफेक्ट ऑफ 7 वोल्ट ऑल्सो, इट हैज द इफेक्ट ऑफ 6 वोल्ट ऑल्सो. यहाँ पे कहने का मतलब ये नहीं है कि 2 ओम के अंदर 7 वोल्ट का कोई इफेक्ट नहीं है. इफेक्ट इज देयर. ओके, बट
यस.
बेसिकली क्या है, जो ये टेक्निक मैश एनालिसिस डेवलप किया हुआ है, हमें ये पता है कि सीरीज के अंदर करंट विल बी सेम. डू यू एग्री विद दैट?
यस.
ठीक है ना, तो हमने आर्बिट्ररी करंट को एज्यूम कर लिया. मैश 1 के अंदर I1, मैश 2 के अंदर I2, मैश 3 के अंदर I3. तो बेसिकली जब आपका सर्किट कनेक्शन करने के बाद स्टेबलाइज हो जाएगा, तो आपका जो है बेसिकली 1 ओम के अक्रॉस टोटल करंट कितना होगा, I1 माइनस I2 होगा. डू यू एग्री विद दैट?
यस सर.
ऐसे ही जो 3 ओम रेजिस्टेंस है उसके अक्रॉस नेट करंट कितना होगा, I2 माइनस I3.
यस.
इसी तरीके से जो 2 ओम और 1 ओम रेजिस्टेंस है उनके अक्रॉस करंट जो है वो I2 होगा और 1 ओम के अक्रॉस I3 होगा.
यस.
ठीक है ना. तो ये हम पूरा सर्किट स्टेबलाइज होने के बाद की बात कर रहे हैं. इसमें आप ये मत सोचिए कि 2 ओम के ऊपर 7 वोल्ट का कोई असर नहीं है, या मतलब मान लीजिए 1 ओम रेजिस्टेंस के ऊपर 6 वोल्ट का नहीं है, ऐसा नहीं है. ये जो करंट का वैल्यूज है, दीज आर डिपेंडेंट ऑन ईच एंड एवरी वोल्टेज सोर्स और करंट सोर्स प्रेजेंट इन द सर्किट. ओके.
ओके सर.
दिस इज जस्ट अ टेक्निक टू सिंप्लीफाई सर्किट पैरामीटर्स.
ओके.
हाँ, इसमें हम ये नहीं कर रहे हैं कि बाकी सर्किट का कोई इफेक्ट नहीं है उसके ऊपर. ओके.
ओके सर.
बिकॉज आप ये देखो, जो करंट इस नोड में एंटर करेगा यहाँ पे, मान लीजिए आपके 7 वोल्ट से, वो करंट आगे डिवाइड होगा ही होगा. वो इधर भी जाएगा और वो नीचे भी जाएगा. ऐसा नहीं है कि वो आगे नहीं जाएगा और नीचे चला जाएगा. ओके.
ओके सर.
तो KCL KVL will prevail.
यस.
Fine.
यस
Okay.
सर.
Anybody else? Okay, and let me tell you one more thing, dear students. आप लोगों ने मैथमेटिक्स के अंदर विद द हेल्प ऑफ मैट्रिसेस इक्वेशंस को सोल्व करना सीखा होगा. तो वो कंसेप्ट्स आपको यहाँ पे जरूरत पड़ेगा. बिकॉज आप अगर मान लीजिए ये 3 इक्वेशंस हैं, किसी सर्किट में आपके पास मान लीजिए 5 मैश होगा, तो 5 मैश होगा तो आपके पास 5 इक्वेशंस होगा. तो मैथमेटिक्स का टेक्निक आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू डिस्कस हियर. तो इन इक्वेशंस को सोल्व करने के लिए आप जो टेक्निक यूज करना चाहें, इट्स अप टू यू. बट एक चीज आपने ध्यान रखना है कि आप वो टेक्निक मैथमेटिक्स में यूज करें जिस टेक्निक से आपका जो है सॉल्यूशन में टाइम कम लगे. सो दैट यू प्रैक्टिस फ्रॉम योर साइड कि आपने कौन से टेक्निक को अडॉप्ट करना है. सो नाउ लेट अस मूव फॉरवर्ड. सो आफ्टर डिस्कसिंग योर just after discussing mesh analysis, now we move to your next topic, that is your nodal analysis. Yesterday also one student was talking about nodal analysis, principal node, reference node. So today we will talk about those concepts. Okay. So here we go about nodal analysis. So mesh analysis was dependent on KVL, whereas your nodal analysis will be dependent on KCL. It is purely like we will develop KCL equation for this your nodal analysis. Keep this thing in mind. Okay. Now, what is the prime difference between your mesh analysis and nodal analysis? First difference I already told you, that is your mesh analysis is dependent on KVL equations, whereas your nodal analysis is dependent on KCL equation. Another thing, in case of mesh analysis, if we had three mesh currents or three equations. So whatever was the number of meshes, the same number of mesh equations was there. So three equations means three variable we can solve. So here you have to keep in mind one thing. If we have n node circuit, we'll have n minus 1 voltages and n minus 1 equations. So आपके सर्किट में जितने नोड्स होंगे, जो इक्वेशंस बनेंगी उससे एक कम बनेंगी. If in your circuit there are 5 nodes, you will get 4 equations and 4 voltages. If you have 10 nodes in your circuit, then you will have 9 voltages and 9 equations. So you look at the circuit which is present towards left hand side of your slide. So you see in this circuit, can anybody, in fact, though it is quite evident, but I would like to ask from some student. Akshay, unmute yourself. Yes, Akshay. Akshay, unmute yourself. Anshul, unmute yourself. Roll number 12, Anshul. Arpit, roll number 13, unmute yourself. Arpit. Okay, Deepak Chahal, unmute yourself.
Yes, sir.
बेटा ये बताओ, ये जो सर्किट आपको सामने विजिबल है, हाउ मेनी नोड्स आर देयर इन दिस सर्किट?
Sir, three.
आवाज नहीं आया
Three,
आपका?
three nodes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so there are 3 nodes, fine, and
Yes, sir.
but मुझे ऐसा लग रहा है कि there are more than 3 nodes, like I am encircling that. Is it not a node? Is this not a node? Is this not a node? 1 2
No, sir. Because
3
sir,
4.
इसके बीच में सर कोई एलिमेंट नहीं है.
Yes, very nice. So this is one node. Similarly, this is another node. These are 2 nodes. Okay, and this is the third node because there is no element in between. So there are 3 nodes in this circuit. Very nice. So you can mute yourself. So you can see here that the first step for any nodal analysis, we will have to redraw a given circuit. And why we need to redraw? So wherever there is no element in between the 2 junctions, we'll have to remove those you can say zero resistance elements, and we have to combine them. So you can see that at the bottom we have redrawn the circuit. We have shown node 1, that is V1, then another node 2, and third node is at the bottom. Now the node at the bottom, you see we have represented that bottom node with a reference node. So students, keep this thing in mind that in nodal on analysis, this is a difference as compared to your mesh analysis. In mesh, there was nothing of the kind reference mesh, whereas in case of nodal analysis, we have a reference node. So reference node is generally a ground node or the most common node. Means we will take that node as a reference node, which node is connected to most of the nodes. Okay, and normally such node we ground also. So that's why we have to select one node as the reference node or the ground node or the most common node, and that reference node will not participate directly in the nodal analysis. So as I told you that we will have n-1 voltages and n-1 equations, we will not write equation exclusively for this reference node. We will write equations, nodal and analysis equations with other nodes. That's why we will have one less number of equations here. So what we will do after selecting the main nodes, that is V1, V2 as we have seen here, and the reference node, what we will do, we will associate voltage between each node and the reference node. So means, as I told you dear students, V1 means V1 is the voltage with respect to certain reference point, or you can say it is the voltage with respect to ground. I told you that in any voltage source we have 2 terminals, one is plus and another is minus. मैंने आपको पहली क्लास में बताया था कि when we say plus and minus, this plus and minus is relative thing. So that plus voltage means this voltage is with respect to the negative terminal. So we always talk about potential difference, will not talk about the absolute value. So when we say V1 voltage, this V1 voltage is, its value is V1 with respect to this reference node. Similarly, this voltage V2 is with respect to this reference node. Keep this thing in mind. So that's why we associate voltage between each node and reference node. So reference node will be the base node for each of the node voltages where that reference node is connected. Okay, so after we have done that, मतलब हमने क्या करना है, सबसे पहले सर्किट को रीड्रॉ करना है. We have to identify the nodes, main nodes and the reference nodes. Then we will indicate the voltages associated with every node. Like node number 1 के साथ we will associate V1, we will write V1. For node 2 we will write V2. For if we have third node we will write V3. And for reference node we will not associate any voltage. We will assume that the voltage at reference node is 0, means is grounded. So if you take the case that, for example, this is the 2 ohm resistance. So in this 2 ohm resistance, how much is the potential difference? V1, that is the main node, and reference node is 0. So the potential difference across 2 ohm resistance is V1 volt. So what we are doing, we are associating voltage at 2 ohm resistance as V1. Okay, and since we have to write the KCL equation, so KCL equation will be for the current. So current is equal to V by R. So how will we write equation? If we want to represent current through this equation, this current through this branch uh, of 2 ohm resistance, we will write it as I is equal to V1 upon 2. Okay, so this is your nodal analysis. Now let us move forward. So this is our example number 1 for nodal analysis. Okay. So students, here you can see here that in example 1, we have drawn a figure on left hand side. Fine. Just a minute. Give me 1 minute. Some window is appearing on the screen. Okay. Let us continue. So here, this is the first example for nodal analysis. So you see here towards left hand side, the same circuit that I had shown in the previous slide, it is appearing. So we will apply KCL.
Sir, not visible.
Not visible?
Visible नहीं है सर.
Okay. Just
Yes, sir. Screen is not visible.
I'll share and then just a minute.
Sir, will put it.
Is it now visible?
Yes sir, visible sir.
Okay. Yes, everybody, is it visible?
No, sir.
No sir.
No, sir.
No,
Sir,
sir.
No,
sir,
No,
sir,
sir.
Yes.
सर एक्चुअली विजिबल तो है लेकिन पूरी स्क्रीन पे है ना ग्रीन कलर आ रहा है.
Okay. Let me stop sharing and then I'll restart. Just a minute. Maybe some problem is there.
सर इंटरनेट की वजह से हो रहा है ये.
Just a minute. Is it now visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Yes sir.
Okay. Now let us start. Yeah. Okay. So, dear students, so here we are applying KCL to node 1 and 2. So here, once we have identified node 1 and node 2, we have associated voltages with these nodes, that is V1 and V2. We have represented the reference node, which is nothing but a ground node. Okay, जैसे mesh analysis में हमने individual meshes को target किया था, here we will target individual nodes. So let us now target node 1 and we have to write KCL equation. So we have already defined KCL that the algebraic sum of all the currents at a node will be 0. Okay, so let us keep with that notation only. Okay, now V1 is a higher voltage and reference node is 0 volt. Okay, now what will be the direction of the current through this 2 ohm resistor? How many branches are connected? 5 ohm is connected, 2 ohm is connected, and this current source. There are 3 branches connected with this node V1. So what will be the direction of the current? Since V1 is higher, 0 is the lower voltage, so direction of the current will be outward. Similarly, what we will do, जैसा हमने mesh analysis में assume किया था कि we will assume clockwise direction. First assumption. Second assumption, what we had assumed कि हमारा जो the mesh that we will be considering, that mesh current we will prefer over the other mesh current. Okay, so here what we will do, we will assume the voltage of the considered node higher than the other node. So we will assume that for V1 the direction of the current is this one. Okay, so if we do that and the direction for this source, it is coming inside. So what will be the equation, KCL equation for this? For this branch, I is equal to V1 upon 2. This is V1 upon 2 plus V1, and what will be the current through this branch? V1 minus V2 divided by 5. So this is second equation, that is outgoing current. We are assuming outgoing current as your positive current. So this is the value for this branch. Now this current is coming inside, so it will be minus 3.1. So if you write here minus 3.1, then if you shift it towards right hand side, it will become positive. Is that point clear? So this is how your KCL equation or nodal equation has been developed for your node number 1. Now we go to node number 2. Okay, so for node 2, this is the case. We have represented V2 voltage. This is 1 ohm resistance branch connected with it. We have one current source connected with it. We have 5 ohm resistance connected with it. So the direction of current for 1 ohm will be outward. For 5 ohm, it will be outward. And this 1.4 ampere, minus 1.4 ampere is also going outward direction. So what will be the KCL equation? V2 upon 1 for this branch, outgoing. Then V2 minus V1 upon 5. Now we are taking V2 minus V1. We are assuming, or we are giving preference to V2 minus V1 upon 5. This is second branch. And since this is also outgoing, this will be plus of minus 1.4. So ये यहाँ आएगा plus of minus 1.4. And if you shift towards right hand side, it becomes minus of minus 1.4. So this is your node 2 KCL equation. Okay, so now, yes, is there any question or any doubt up to this point? Yes, participants, if anybody is having any doubt, Anshul, unmute yourself.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, beta, is there any problem?
No, sir.
Did you understand this nodal analysis?
Yes, sir.
Fine. Then Anisha, unmute yourself.
Yes, sir.
Did you understand nodal analysis?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any doubt in nodal analysis and mesh analysis?
No doubt, sir.
Okay, good. Bhanu Prakash, unmute yourself.
Yes, sir.
Beta, any doubt in nodal analysis?
No, sir.
Okay, thank you. Then Dipender, roll number 21, unmute yourself.
Yes, sir.
Beta, any doubt up to whatever we have discussed today?
No, sir.
Fine. Dushyant, unmute yourself.
Yes, sir.
Beta, any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay, is it like, see, doubt ना होने के दो मतलब होते हैं. I again repeat this thing. Either you are not studying at all, or everything is clear to you. Huh? Okay. So Yes, Keshav, roll number 27, unmute yourself.
Yes, sir.
Beta, any doubt in the nodal analysis, equation development?
No, sir. Sir, not clear.
समझ में आ रहा है?
Yes, sir.
ठीक है, okay. So students, let us continue. Is my screen visible, Ritik?
Yes, sir.
Screen is visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine then. So this was example 1 of nodal analysis. Now let us move forward. So now we shift to second example of nodal analysis, and this example is a bit difficult. If you look at this circuit, maybe like you are afraid of the circuit, that what kind of thing you have come across. And see, it is because of the beauty of nodal analysis that we are able to redraw the circuit, and we could solve this circuit in such a simple fashion. So that's what I wanted to point out here. If you look at this circuit, there is nothing clear from this circuit. And if you redraw the same circuit, everything is clear to you. So this visualization, dear students, you will have to develop. And this visualization will come only and only when if you practice more and more. See, ये जो subject है आपका network analysis and synthesis, this is nothing less than your mathematics subject. और अगर आपने इस सब्जेक्ट को कमांड कर लिया, यू विल हैव कमांड ओवर मोस्ट ऑफ द सब्जेक्ट्स ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स एंड कम्युनिकेशन. और अगर इस पे कमांड नहीं किया, रटने से ये सब्जेक्ट नहीं आएगा, केवल एग्जाम्पल पढ़ने से ये सब्जेक्ट नहीं आएगा. यू विल हैव टू प्रैक्टिस एंड प्रैक्टिस. सो अगर आप इस सब्जेक्ट को प्रैक्टिस करेंगे, दिस विल बी वन ऑफ द मोस्ट स्कोरिंग सब्जेक्ट. यू कैन स्कोर मोर देन 90% मार्क्स ऑल्सो इन दिस सब्जेक्ट. एंड इफ यू डू नॉट रीड, then you will have reappear. Definitely you will get a reappear. So the choice lies with you, students. If you can basically master over this subject, you will be the master of electronics and communication engineering subject. So, and try to understand. That's why I have voluntarily adopted for this subject. I taught this subject long back, but this time I wanted to teach this subject to junior students so that their concepts are clear. Okay, so that way also you try to understand the significance of subject. So let us see here in this circuit. So you can see here that this branch of 4 ohm, okay, this is how we represent that it is, you know, it's not connected here. So what we have done, we have shifted this branch like this. This is the branch of this this 4 ohm branch. It has been redrawn like this. Okay, and rest of the circuit is pretty clear to you. We have combined these nodes as reference node. This was one node. We have labeled this node by V1. Then this is node V2. This is second node. We have combined these junctions and labeled it with V3. So this is what we have done here. So there are 3 nodes indicated by V1, V2, V3, and there is 4th node that is your reference node. So we will again develop KCL equations for each of the nodes. Now I'll not explain one by one the way I explained in the previous question. I'll simply straight away tell you. I hope you will be able to understand. Let us take V1. So if we take V1, we have to see that how many branches are there. Branch number 1, second branch, third branch, and 4th branch. Okay, so let us see, take this branch first. So 8 ampere is coming inside. So in fact minus 8 ampere is coming inside. So see, you don't look at the equation the way it is written here. Let us adopt the convention that we had seen in the KCL. So we will write, since the current is incoming, so minus of minus 8, we will write like this. Is it okay? Then let us come to this branch 3 ohm. So we'll write V1 minus V2 upon 3. This is plus of V1 minus V2 upon V3, 3. Then we will come to another branch, that is this one, 4 ohm branch. So voltage is V1 minus V3 divided by 4. This is your third branch. Then you have this minus 3 ampere current coming inside. So what we will do, we will write minus of minus 3. We will write minus of minus 3. And these two things, if you shift towards the right hand side, or say left hand side, or another side of the equal sign, this minus minus will go away and you will have minus 8 minus 3. Is it clear to everybody? So I am telling you this thing so that you do not get confused with the notation that we have discussed earlier. So you have to stick to one notation and then you proceed accordingly. If you proceed in a systematic way, you will never get stuck in any question whatsoever be the level of difficulty of that question. Okay, so this is your equation number 1. Now let us shift to node 2. So this is our node number 2. So here let us first take this 3 ohm resistance branch. So we'll write V2 minus V1 by 3. This is V2 minus V1 by 3. Then we will take this 1 ohm resistance branch. This will be V2 minus, reference node you can assume 0 volt. So V2 minus 0 by 1, that is nothing but V2 by 1. Okay. Then we'll write equation for third branch. Third branch will be V2 minus V3 by 7. So this is V2 minus V3 by 7. Then another branch that is connected with V2 is minus 3 ampere. This minus 3 ampere is going away. So if you write that here, away means the positive current. So you'll write this as plus of minus 3 here. And this plus of minus 3, if you shift towards other hand side, this will become minus of minus 3. Is it okay? So that one step is missing here. That's why I'm explaining you this concept here. Now let us shift to this node number V3. Let me change the color of the pen so that you are able to distinguish. I think this will not be visible. Okay. So this is your node number V3. So for V3, one branch is 25 ampere, another branch is your 5 ohm resistance, another branch is 7 ohm resistance, another branch is 4 ohm resistance. So let us take first 5 ohm. So it will be V3 minus 0 by 5, that is V3 by 5. This is your first current, that is outgoing current. Then V3 minus V2 by 7, this is your second branch current. Then third will be V3 minus V1. V3 minus V1 by 4. This is your third current. And then this current is also outgoing current. So you will have plus of minus 25. Okay. So if you have this current and there you'll have 0. And if you shift this current towards other hand side, this becomes minus of minus 25. So you'll have 3 equations, 3 nodal equations for 3 nodes. You have 3 voltages identified, that is V1, V2, V3. So by using your mathematical techniques, you can solve these equations and you will get the values of V1, V2, V3. And once you get V1, V2, V3, you can calculate the current in any of the branch of your this circuit, given circuit. Okay. So with this, this example is complete. So any doubt up to this point? Let me ask. Roll number 24, Himanshu, unmute yourself. Himanshu, unmute. Okay, Kanhaiya, unmute yourself.
Yes, sir.
Beta, is second example clear?
Yes, sir.
Nodal equations, the way we have developed, any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay, thank you. Naveen, roll number 32, unmute yourself. Naveen Sarkaria.
Yes.
Yes, unmute yourself, beta.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
हाँ बेटा बोलो, एग्जाम्पल 2 में कोई प्रॉब्लम है नोडल एनालिसिस में?
नहीं सर.
क्लियर?
Yes, sir.
फाइन, ठीक है. रोल नंबर 36, परमजीत, अनम्यूट योरसेल्फ.
Yes, sir.
बेटा एनी डाउट इन नोडल एनालिसिस?
No, sir.
फाइन, ठीक है. यू कैन म्यूट योरसेल्फ. देन रोल नंबर 43, राहुल.
Yes, sir.
हाँ बेटा, एनी डाउट इन नोडल एनालिसिस, मैश एनालिसिस?
No, sir.
फाइन, ठीक है. ओके, एनी स्टूडेंट doubt in nodal analysis, mesh analysis? If anybody is having any doubt, you can unmute yourself and then ask. Yusuf, roll number 71, unmute yourself. Yusuf? Okay, so this is about second example of nodal analysis, dear students. Now let us move to another concept, and this is the concept of super node. So in fact, the example which is shown here, it's almost the same example that we have seen in the previous slide, but there is a difference. So I'll show you again the previous circuit. Just a minute. So fine. So if you look at this circuit, this 7 ohm resistance, we are replacing with 22 volt. We have replaced this 7 ohm resistance with a voltage source. Okay, now what will happen? So if such is the case here, we arrive at a new concept that we call as super node. Okay, so yes, when do we use super node? That we have to understand. This super node method will be used when there is a voltage source present between non-reference nodes. So non-reference node means we have already talked about reference nodes. Reference node के अलावा जो nodes हैं, we call them as non-reference nodes. तो अगर non-reference node के बीच में voltage source आ गया, not current source. Current source तो already है. You have this current source, you have this current source, you have this current source. अगर आपके पास non-reference nodes के बीच में अगर कोई current source आ जाता है, sorry, voltage source आ जाता है, then you require a super node method. Okay, and let me tell you, मैंने यहाँ पे एक method और show किया है, method 1. This method 1 will be the same method जो हमने पिछले example में discuss किया है. Okay, जिसमें आप क्या कर सकते हैं? What we will do, we will assume some hypothetical current in this branch, say I, say Ix. So if we assume some current in this branch, so obviously this current is coming inside V2. और जैसे हमने पीछे KCL का इक्वेशन लिखा है, उसी तरीके से हम इस इक्वेशन को KCL इक्वेशंस को जो है डेवलप करके we can solve, but that will be a difficult method to solve. Okay, so ऐसा नहीं है कि जो आपने पिछला मेथड देखा वो आप इस केस के लिए नहीं लगा सकते हैं. The only difference is you will have to assume current in this branch. Okay, and for that arbitrary current you will have to develop KCL equation, and you'll have to solve those equations, but that will be a bit difficult for you people. Fine, so that's why we are moving to your super node method. Fine, let us now discuss what is this super node method. Just a minute. Is the screen visible to everyone? Ritik?
No, sir.
Actually, you know what happens if some student joins in between the class na, when as soon as I admit him, the screen sharing is disturbed. So I'll stop share and then I'll reshare. Just a minute. Is it now visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now we continue. So we were talking about the super node. Fine. So since method 1 is a difficult method, that's why we normally go for super node method. So what we will do, we will make a super node combining the two nodes which are having that voltage source in between. So what we will do, we will treat node number 2 and 3 and the voltage source together as super node. I hope this definition is clear. And we will write the KCL equation not for individual nodes. We will write KCL equation for the entire super node, means V2, V3 combined. So now in a way you can say that we'll have two equations. One is KCL equation for node 1 and another equation will be for the super node, KCL equation. Let us see how things have been developed. For V1, how many branches are there? 4 ohm branch, this 3 ampere, this 3 ohm, and this 8 ampere. So let us take this 3 ohm branch. For this V1 minus V2 by 3, this is 1. Then consider 4 ohm branch, we'll have V1 minus V3 by 4. This is your second. Then this 3 ampere current is coming inside. So that's why it will be minus of minus 3. Fine. Then this minus of 8 ampere is coming inside. So it will be minus of minus 8. In fact, this is the same equation that we had developed in the previous example. And if these things go towards right hand side, this is what we will get. Okay. Now we have to see the super node equation. So for super node, first we will take the branches associated with V2. So we'll write V2 minus V1 by 3. This is your parameter current number 1. Then we'll write with V2 we have V2 by 1, V2 minus 0 by 1. So this is your second current. Then let us come to V3. So for V3, V3 minus 0 by 5. V3 minus 0 by 5. So that is nothing but V3 by 5. Then we'll have V3 minus V1 by 4, this branch. So we'll have V3 minus V1 by 4. So these are all resistances branches. Now we are left with current sources. So now you see here this minus 25 ampere is moving away, that is outgoing. So we'll have here plus of minus 25. This is what we have, plus of minus 25. Fine. So when this plus of minus 25 goes towards this side, so minus of minus 25, which is nothing but plus 25. And similar is the case, along with V2 we have minus 3 ampere which is going away. So plus of minus 3, if it goes towards left hand side, it becomes plus of 3. So this is our super node equation. तो super node equation में आपने क्या करना है, जितने भी nodes को आपने super node में लिया है उनके लिए combined equation लिखना है. You have to assume कि वो एक ही node है. that is super node. Okay, now we have done that, but we should not forget that we have three variables. One is v1, v2, v3. We need at least three equations for solving these variables. तो तीसरा इक्वेशन लाने के लिए हमें देखना पड़ेगा कि from where that equation can come. So that equation will come from this super node only. So here we can see that if we write equation for this, we have v3, towards v3 we have plus sign, towards v2 we have minus sign, means we can say that v3 minus v2 is equal to 22 volt, or in other words v2 minus v3 is equal to minus 22 volt. This is our third equation. So now we have three equations and we have three variables. We can easily solve these three equations and get the value of v1, v2, v3, and we can arrive at the solution of this. Yeah.
सर सुपर मैश दोबारा बताना है जो लास्ट इक्वेशन.
This is not super mesh, बेटा, super node.
सॉरी सुपर नोड.
हाँ, आपका नाम क्या है?
सागर सर.
ओके, सागर, ये देखो आप.
सर साइन बता दो, साइन कैसे यूज किया?
हाँ, साइन हमने ऐसे यूज किया है. दिस प्लस साइन इज टुवर्ड्स v3.
यस सर.
ठीक है, इसका मतलब हम पहले किसको लिखेंगे? v3 को.
मतलब v3 को हम बड़ा मान रहे हैं.
हाँ, वो देखो सुपर नोड में v2 v3 हमने दोनों कंबाइन कर लिया. ठीक है ना. बात बड़ा मानने का नहीं है. हमारा जो प्लस रेफरेंस, प्लस इज हायर देन माइनस, दिस यू एग्री?
यस सर.
ठीक है, तो इसका मतलब v3 और v2 के बीच में जो पोटेंशियल डिफरेंस है वो कितना है? पोटेंशियल डिफरेंस मींस v3 माइनस v2. ये है ना. और v3 हमारा पॉजिटिव जो है वो v3 की तरफ है, इसीलिए हमने पहले v3 ले लिया. एंड वी विल राइट 20 इक्वल टू व्हाट? 22. और जो मैंने यहाँ पे लिखा हुआ है आपको स्लाइड में, वो क्या लिखा हुआ है देखो? v2 minus v3 is equal to minus 22. So this is nothing but the same one.
Same.
Yeah. Is it clear?
Yes sir.
Okay, good. Yes, anybody else? Is there any other doubt? Okay. So this was about your super node. Fine. So just a minute. Okay, now we are left with only one concept. Very, in continuation with super node, we have completed mesh analysis. So there also we have a concept of super mesh. So there in super mesh we will combine two meshes. जैसे हमने वहां पे दो नोड्स को कंबाइन करके सुपर नोड बोला था, उसी तरीके से we will call it as super mesh that will have two meshes. Okay. In case of this super node, what we had voltage source in between. Voltage source was present between non-reference node, whereas in case of super mesh you have current source present. So things जो है वो आपका एक दूसरे का, in a way you can say mirror image. If you assume current and voltage and mirror image, same thing applies here. तो जहां पे आपका सुपर नोड में करंट सोर्स था, सॉरी वोल्टेज सोर्स था, यहाँ पे करंट सोर्स आ गया. वहां पे नोड था, यहाँ पे मैश आ गया. वहां पे केसीएल था, यहाँ पे आपका क्या आ गया? केवीएल आ गया. ठीक है. सो दिस इज कॉल्ड सुपर मैश मेथड. So we will combine two meshes, okay, that have current source as a common element. So ये जो सुपर मैश है, इसको मैं कहूंगा कि आपका सुपर नोड से थोड़ा सा डिफिकल्ट है इसको बेसिकली विजुअलाइज करना. सी हाउ कम इट इज अ बिट डिफिकल्ट. ये जो एग्जांपल हमने यहाँ पे शो किया है सर्किट डायग्राम, इसके अंदर भी हमने जो है थोड़ा सा चेंज किया है. सो यू हैव this 7 ampere current source present in one of the meshes. ठीक है. So super mesh कब लगेगा? जब एक current source present होगा किसी mesh element के. Okay, fine. Just a minute. One or two students, why are they waiting? Okay. So here what we will do, so this was mesh number 1, this was mesh number 2, this was mesh number 3 that we had seen earlier, and now you see here in one of the meshes, or you can say between the boundary of two meshes, or in the common element of the meshes, we have a current source. So for this we will basically use the concept of super mesh. And how will we do that? So ये जो तीन meshes हैं, these are individual meshes. How will we identify super mesh? हम basically this is a super mesh. जो colored line से represent किया हुआ है, that is a super mesh. This is super mesh. जो मैंने आपको red color से indicate कर दिया, this is your super mesh. और super mesh के अंदर जो है, this is your that current source. So try to read this line, that your current source is in the interior of super mesh. तो जो आपका करंट सोर्स है, आपने सुपर मैश को इस तरीके से लेना है कि करंट सोर्स उसके अंदर आ जाए. ओके, एंड देन वी विल अप्लाई केवीएल. केवीएल आपने किस में लगाना है? मैश के अंदर लगाना है और सुपर मैश में लगाना है. तो आपका एक तो ये सेकंड मैश बच गया. यू अप्लाई केवीएल हियर एंड यू हैव टू अप्लाई केवीएल टू दिस सुपर मैश जो मैंने रेड से आपका ड्रॉ किया. ओके, और जिस तरीके से हमने अभी पिछले जो है सर्किट के अंदर ये जो इक्वेशन लिखा था V2 - V3, इस तरीके का इक्वेशन अब यहाँ पे जो है करंट के लिए आएगा. सो विल हैव 3 इक्वेशंस एंड 3 वेरिएबल. लेट अस सी हाउ कम वी हैव रिटन दिस. ओके, नाउ लेट अस राइट फर्स्ट फॉर मैश 2. मैश 2 के लिए क्या रहेगा आपका? यू विल हैव फॉर 1 ohm if we start from this side. So you'll have 1 into I2 minus I1. This is first. Then you move to 2 ohm resistance. 2 में क्या आएगा? 2 I2. Then you move to this 3 ohm resistance. You have 3 of I2 minus I3 equal to 0. This is your equation for mesh 2. Now let us go for our mesh 1 and 3. That is your super mesh. तो super mesh के लिए we start with this point, that is your -7 volt. Then you go to 1 ohm resistance. 1 ohm resistance में आपका क्या आएगा? 1 of I1 minus I2. Then you move to this 3 ohm resistance. So in this 3 ohm resistance you'll have I3 minus I2. So these are the two current. और I3 को हमने preference क्यों दिया? Because I3 is a part of super mesh. So we have I3 minus I2. And then if you move forward, that is across 1 you have I3 only, and you come back. So if you come back, there is no other element, you equate it to 0. This is a super mesh. Fine. And now we are left with one branch. Okay, and that branch is nothing but this branch for which you created super mesh. So in this branch, how much is the current? So obviously अगर आप mesh currents को picture में लेंगे तो I1 is going downwards and I3 is going upward. Okay, so if you take I1 minus I3, मतलब आप जो net current assume कर रहे हैं वो downward मान रहे हैं, और जो 7 एम्पियर का डायरेक्शन है वो भी आपका क्या है? डाउनवर्ड है. So that's why you have taken it as 7 ampere equal to +7. और अगर आपका 7 एम्पियर का डायरेक्शन अपवर्ड होता तो you would have written here -7. Okay, so with this you have 3 equations and 3 variables. You can find out the value of I1, I2 and I3, and with that you will be able to find out the voltages across each of the branches by using super mesh method. Okay, so with this your super mesh concept is over, and with this your entire nodal analysis, entire mesh analysis, entire your KCL, KVL, all those basic concepts are over. So now I come back to participants again. Yes, so those who are having any problem, they can unmute themselves and speak out. Yes.
Sir,
Yeah.
Sir, please repeat this super mesh.
Please tell me your name first.
Sir, Aman.
ओके रमन, आपने लेट ज्वाइन किया है क्लास में शायद.
No, sir.
यू आर फ्रॉम द बिगनिंग ओनली.
Yes, sir.
ओके, टेल मी क्या नहीं समझ में आया आपको सुपर मैश में.
सर, जो ये इक्वेशन है I3 को इंक्लूड करके जो ये सर.
जो लास्ट में इक्वेशन है I1 माइनस I3.
नो सर,
हाँ,
सेकंड इक्वेशन जिसमें सर I3 को इंक्लूड किया है.
जो सुपर मैश बनाया है हमने उसकी बात कर रहे हैं आप.
यस सर.
ओके, स्क्रीन विजिबल है आपको.
यस सर.
ओके, जस्ट अ मिनट. सो यू रिमेन अनम्यूटेड, ठीक है,
ओके सर.
so that I can interact with you. तो आप इस मैश का बात कर रहे हैं जो मैं ड्रॉ कर रहा हूं.
यस सर.
ओके, सो इसके लिए जो हमने इक्वेशन लिखा है वी हैव, ये आपको समझ में आ गया सुपर मैश बनाया कैसे है.
यस सर.
हमने क्या किया, जो आपका बेसिकली करंट सोर्स जिस ब्रांच में था उस ब्रांच, वो ब्रांच जिन मैशेस के अंदर इन्वॉल्व थी उनको हमने बना कंबाइन करके एक मैश बना लिया. इज इट ओके?
ओके सर.
ठीक है. और फिर अब हम क्या कर रहे हैं, वी स्टार्ट फ्रॉम 7 वोल्ट साइड. तो हम कहां से एंटर कर रहे हैं, नेगेटिव साइड से.
नेगेटिव. यस.
तो वैल्यू क्या आएगा करंट वोल्टेज का, -7.
-7.
ठीक है, अब आगे चलते हैं. 1 ओम अक्रॉस ब्रांच के. ठीक है, अब मुझे बताओ 1 ओम के अक्रॉस कौन कौन से मैश करंट हैं.
I1 माइनस I2.
यस, सो हमने क्या किया, 1 into I1 माइनस I2. इज इट ओके?
ओके सर.
अब हम सुपर मैश में जाएंगे, हम 7 एम्पियर पे नहीं जाएंगे, हम सुपर मैश में हम 3 ओम की तरफ मुड़ जाएंगे.
ओके सर.
ठीक है, अब 3 ओम के अक्रॉस करंट बताओ.
I2 माइनस I.
नहीं, I2 माइनस I3 नहीं, I3 माइनस I2.
ओके सर.
क्योंकि हमारी जो मैश है सुपर मैश का पार्ट I3 है, I2 नहीं है.
यस सर.
तो हम I3 को पहले लेंगे, इट विल बी I3 माइनस I2. ठीक है,
ओके सर.
आगे चलो.
1 into I3.
1 into I3 एंड उसके बाद कोई एलिमेंट हमारा है नहीं. सो दिस इज हाउ हमने सुपर मैश का इक्वेशन जो है वो लिखा है. इज इट क्लियर नाउ?
यस सर.
ओके, गुड. यस, एनी अदर स्टूडेंट, एनी डिफिकल्टी?
सर लास्ट लाइन सर, रोल नंबर 58.
हाँ बोलो बेटा.
सर लास्ट लाइन जो करेक्ट लिए हुए हैं वो सर थोड़ा नहीं समझा.
क्या I1 माइनस I3 इक्वल टू 7?
यस सर, इसको रिवर्स कर देंगे हम सर. पहले अगर I3 को लें तो सर क्या
अच्छा, मैं बताता हूँ, जस्ट अ मिनट. इसमें आप ये देखो, अगर हम पहले I3 को लें तो I3 का डायरेक्शन क्या है, अपवर्ड.
यस सर.
ओके, लेट अस राइट I3. जस्ट अ मिनट, आई एम गेटिंग वन कॉल, आई विल अटेंड इट. हेलो. Okay, so we will write I3.
यस सर.
Fine. Then जो I1 का डायरेक्शन है वो क्या है, डाउनवर्ड.
यस सर.
We will write I3 minus I1 इक्वल टू. ठीक है, अभी हमने I3 को पॉजिटिव माना है, मतलब, और I3 की डायरेक्शन क्या है, ऊपर है.
यस.
इसका मतलब हम जो ऊपर करंट जा रहा है उसको पॉजिटिव मान रहे हैं. और इस ब्रांच में करंट कितना है ये बताओ, 7 एम्पियर.
यस 7.
और 7 एम्पियर का डायरेक्शन क्या है, नीचे.
डाउनवर्ड.
हम पॉजिटिव किसको मान रहे हैं, अपवर्ड को.
यस सर.
तो हम क्या लिखेंगे यहाँ पे, -7.
ओके सर. ओके सर.
और अगर आप रिवर्स कर देना, इट विल बी I1 minus I3 equal to 7. सेम थिंग.
थैंक यू सर.
ओके.
यस सर, आ गए.
या, सो that's all from my side, dear students. Nodal analysis, mesh analysis is clear. And today I'll share one assignment also with you people. This is assignment of 10 questions. आपको ये solve करना है assignment, और मेरे को Google Classroom के थ्रू सबमिट करना है, और असाइनमेंट भी आपको Google Classroom के थ्रू मिलेगा, ठीक है? और आप नेक्स्ट वीक तक ये सबमिट कर देना असाइनमेंट, यू विल हैव टाइम. वीकेंड यू कैन यूज फॉर सप्लाई ऑफ फॉर सॉल्विंग दैट असाइनमेंट. Is it fine? So I stop here. Thank you very much. Thank you.